The scale factor from drawing 1 to drawing 2 is 40%, and the scale factor from drawing 2 to drawing 3 is 37.5. What is the scale factor from drawing 1 to drawing 3? Explain your reasoning, and check your answer using an example. So, the first one is our original, so it represents 100%. And the second one would represent 40 because it is 40% of the original. And then it says from drawing 2 to drawing 3, it uses a scale factor of 37.5%. So what we're going to do is we're going to say that 2 is the one we start with, and its dimensions are 40, and we are going to solve for 3 by using the scale factor that it tells us. When you cross multiply and divide, you end up with the side length for number 3 is equal to 15. Then when it asks what the scale factor from drawing 1 to drawing 3 is, we would say that it is 15%. We explained our reasoning using an example. So we checked off this part because our answer is 15, and us showing our work is our reasoning for this problem. Number 3. Tracy took a photograph and printed it to be the size of 4x4 as indicated. She also wanted to enlarge it to a 5x5 and a 10x10. It says, what is the scale factor from the original photo to the 5x5? So the original photo is our original, and the 5x5 is our new. You can leave it like that, or you can change it to 1 1/4. Then in the next one, it says, what is the scale factor from the original, which goes on the bottom, to the 10x10, which is the new and goes on the top? You can reduce that to 5/2, or you can change it to a mixed number of 2 1/2. Then if you start with the 5x5 and change to the 10x10, that scale factor is 2. In part E, it says write an equation to verify how the scale from the original, which was a distance of 4, can be enlarged to the 10x10 using the two scale factors going from the original to the 5x5 and from the 5x5 to the 10x10. This is in part B, and this one is in part D. So if I take the original, which was 4, and I multiply by the scale factor 5/4 from part B, and then I multiply again by the scale factor in part D, which was the 5x5 to the 10x10, notice 4 times 5 times 2 is 40, and then there are invisible ones under our whole numbers. 1 times 4 times 1 is 4. 40 divided by 4 is 10. So you see here that we started with the 4x4, and I ended up with the 10. So really this is the original times 5/4, which is the first scale factor, and then times 2/1, which is the second.